What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. As you can see here, the year is 1943, July 21st. Of course, World War II has ended for the most part, at least the Soviet Union versus the Axis. However, war still rages on in the Pacific. The United States and, of course, the rest of the Allies are having a tremendous time trying to reconquer all of these islands. Of course, Hawaii still exists, and Japan is about at the extent of their Pacific conquest. For the meantime, if we go ahead and we look at our resource map mode, you can see here that we are definitely in need of a lot of oil. We're in need of a lot of aluminum, but we do have, we need a lot of oil, we need a lot of rubber, but we do have quite a bit of a surplus of aluminum, steel, chromium, and tungsten. So for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and most likely start producing some synthetic oil factories. Of course, we do have a variety of free military factories. Might as well put those to good use. I believe we're going to be pumping out quite a bit of naval dockyards. Of course, we are going to be needing quite a bit of fighters for once we go against Britain. A lot of these factories are destroyed, so they will be repaired over time. Let us start pumping out some fighters. This again will require quite a bit of oil and quite a bit of rubber. We have 330 out of 340, so let us go ahead and start pumping out some... I would like to get some additional strategic bombers. Let's go with strategic bomber A. And now if we go ahead, it looks like we have 163 naval dockyards, 340 military factories. For the time being, I don't believe we're even able to unlock our synthetic oil, at least for the next 208 days. So let us go ahead, begin construction of a variety of naval dockyards, only because I do want to have a variety of extra, naval production here as soon as we begin our war with the rest of the United Kingdom. It's going to be very, very dangerous, and I want to do everything I can to ensure my victory. And all of these are going to be needing to be pushed to the top of the queue. I think this should be fine as such. Okay, so here we are. We have quite a bit of naval dockyards being constructed. I'm shift-clicking all of these to the top of the list. And for the time being, we're just going to go ahead, keep producing just a lot of equipment. You can see here that we have 172,000 infantry equipment. We have 16,000 artillery, 18,000 motorized, a lot of support equipment, pretty much a surplus of everything. We are also going to go ahead, slow the game down just a little bit. Message from the United Kingdom. They have canceled their non-aggression pact. The partitioning of Poland. It is now time to break the treaties. No, all of Poland belongs to the motherland. A lot of countries deciding to break away. Of course, most of our battleships are still being constructed. I believe some of them are obviously outdated, such as our heavy cruiser. But of course, we can actually go ahead and change this now. Let us find a heavy cruiser 2. And we don't have the ability to really make them any stronger. And let us find another heavy cruiser 2. Heavy cruiser 2. We are producing quite a bit of heavy cruisers. How much more are battle cruisers, or of course battleships? They're about the same amount of steel, a little bit more oil, and of course a little bit more chromium. I think we're going to start pumping out battleships whenever we can. And these light cruisers, of course, will begin to pump out battleships. And if we can, might as well create an additional battleship. Once we begin getting a little bit of extra naval experience, we will go ahead and upgrade whatever we can. While looking at our army experience, how far away are we from getting any new fighters? I believe the year will be 1944. So as soon as 1944 rolls around, we are going to want to go ahead, unlock the TU-4, or of course the IL-10. The reasoning behind our close air support is we are certainly going to be wanting to protect our strategic bombers from being annihilated. Let's go ahead, unpause the game. It looks like we have a variety of low supply limit. All of these units need to be moved. Let us destroy whatever we can. I'm not even sure if these naval invasions ever worked out in our favor. Let us delete some of these orders. All 22 of you, or 23, can begin making your way down to the British Raj. I'm not sure if our units ever made it there. The German Republic has joined the Allies. Let us go ahead, create a small front line. Preferably on Sweden here. And here we are. Looks like we have quite a few extra units here that we aren't necessarily needing. We need to remove about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. All of you can be removed. And all of you can create a new military. Delete this front line. If we somehow can. I don't know why. Sometimes it just doesn't let us delete orders. It's very unfortunate. Okay, so now all of you can create a new front line against Norway. And create an offensive line as such. That is exactly what I want to see. We should not be having any attrition issues in Turkey. Once again, we are going to need some sort of general with our Norway conquest. Okay, so where are the rest of our units? All of you, these 14, need to create some sort of front line on Amsterdam. With an offensive line all the way to the end. Okay, these 24 need to create an offensive line all the way on whatever is left of Germany. And it looks like we have 24 divisions already on the front line. Canceling all of their non-aggression pacts. We should be questioning the Republics of Turkey's sovereignty. A lot of nations changing their aggressive non-aggression pacts. These 24 units can be deleted. All 24 of you can create a new front line on France with an offensive line past the Maginot Line. It's going to be very bloody. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. All of our tanks should be here somewhere. Here we are, 13 tanks all the way in Africa. Our best bet would be to seize the Suez Canal as quickly as possible, creating a new front line here, adding to the new front line. Okay, somewhere. It says all 13 of these units already have a front line. I guess they just need to be moved here. Or letting the game tick on. All of you will come here, shift click, and then add as such. Here we are. Once again, we should be constructing quite a bit of naval factories. A lot of these, factories themselves will become repaired over time, which is very nice to see. 1st of November, 1943, so not very far away. All of these blue units in Turkey and Iran can go ahead and create some sort of border, once again, with the British Raj. This is going to be a very bloody battle. lot of countries, once again, deleting our non-aggression pacts. Subsidiary carrier roles. We are now going to want to find destroyer subdetection, light cruiser subdetection, and escort efficiency. But, is it possible? We're very close to getting a new battleship. Don't think, well, we could want another heavy cruiser. And I think we will. Let's unlock you. And let time tick on by. Legionary Romania has joined the Axis. Okay, we are now looking for a variety of our troops. All of the Brown Army here can create a new front line and, of course, a new offensive line. All the way to the river here. This is going to be a very bloody battle. Where are my green troops? Right here. Not too far away. Same plan. We might need to upgrade the infrastructure. Okay, all of you. 7 units, mostly mountaineers. You would be perfect here in the Alpine area. We are certainly going to need to improve our infrastructure if we want to win this war. Okay, all of you. Pausing the game real quick, creating a new front line in the Alps. And, of course, a new offensive line all the way to the river. These brown troops don't appear that they have any orders. Yes, they do. Where are you? All 12 of you need to head to Brussels. Not a very powerful front line. We should be able to eliminate just about anything. Looking for any type of troops, which of course we could just click unassigned divisions. About 24 divisions, not doing anything for the time being. Let's go to our factions map mode. We are going to need to declare on Greece fairly soon. So we might as well create some sort of, brigade here. All 24 of these units. Let us create a front line. And, of course, an offensive line into Greece. Okay, letting the game tick on. Unread naval battle reports, unassigned divisions. Once again, these 9 units need to be assigned. I don't even see where you are. Here you are. Let us add you to these 12 Brussels units. Here you are. These 9 can join you. And then, once again, auto-assign divisions wherever possible. This should change from 4 divisions all the way to 21. No. Okay. Only see 13. Maybe it's because we didn't select everybody. Now it should change to 21. Here we are. We are looking for more unassigned divisions. We have a few extra units. They don't appear to be with anybody, so might as well bring somebody up from 16. Let's bring you... Where are these 8? I'd rather have these 3 units create a group of their own. The fall of Rome. Republican Italy has capitulated. Very sad. I'm curious, are we still... I don't believe we're at war with anybody. Yep, we don't have the icon up here. All 12 of you are going to create a front line on Ankara. Create an offensive line wherever possible. Available war goal, don't think we need that. We do have a variety of planes in reserves. We might need to once again start recruiting more units. Looks like we have been doing that surprisingly enough. But where are they being deployed? Well, hopefully Moscow from now on. We have 12 unassigned units somewhere. You may join Pink. Actually, let's create a group of our own with a new general. And of course, our goal will be to take these islands. Front line here. Alright, third time's the charm. And create an offensive line here. Sometimes you gotta left click, sometimes you gotta right click. I don't know why this isn't working. We'll see if this works. I don't think it will. I want all of these islands. You, and you. Let's do something like this. Looking at more unassigned divisions, we have exile divisions. Most of you are heading to where you need to go. Hopefully. Doesn't look like these tanks are moving anywhere at all. Mostly because they're probably so weak and slow. Our total attrition is 47%. Ay, ay, ay. World tension is at an all-time high. Let's look at additional unassigned divisions. Most of you... we do have some additional tanks. Let us find you a home. Most likely going to be here in either France, the Netherlands, or of course, Belgium. These tanks can easily join this front line. And auto-assign wherever possible. Now, if we go to our logistics map mode, I want to see how many heavy tanks we have. We have an extra 1.5k, and we are producing more and more as time goes on. Let us look at our production map mode. Not only are we producing a lot of extra planes, we are going to want our synthetic oil factories as soon as possible. 195 oil is what we need. Let us trade for more oil. Not the United States. Who do we want to win? We obviously want Japan. Japan doesn't have any oil. Well, I guess we're either going to have to take it from Venezuela, but we need 195. Well, I think we're just going to play around for now. What about Romania? Let's get all of our oil from Romania and maybe from Venezuela. And we'll see how well this works. What about, we also need some rubber. Let us get some from British Malaysia. Actually, the Republic of Turkey gets event. Joseph Stalin questions the motives of the Republic of Turkey. Let us go ahead and get a few extra rubber, whatever we need, from British Malaysia. And right now, we have 176 oil that we need. Our rubber has moved to 0. Let us go back to our oil. Get as much oil from Romania as possible. Now all we need is 108. What about Colombia? Mexico. I wonder why Romania doesn't want to trade with us. What we really need more than anything is some synthetic oil quickly. We're not going to be able to get it for 158 days. Looks like it is rather long, rather expensive as well. If we go to our production map mode, we should have a lot of extra oil. Looks like our battleships are going to pump out a lot faster. Missing 19 steel as well. I don't believe our airplanes take any steel, so we could flip this around, possibly removing a little bit of infantry equipment, only because we have so much as it is. Possibly change this infantry equipment to, of course, some sort of aircraft. What aircrafts do we need? We have quite a bit of strategic bombers, quite a bit of fighters. We do need close air support. We are producing so many fighters as it is. I think we do need more bombers. Let's go with, let's go with close air support. So going into our production map mode, going all the way to the top of the list here, changing out our infantry equipment to some sort of new aircraft. Close air support, they don't require any steel once we remove, but of course they do require oil now. Remove this infantry equipment, and just like that, we have 41 extra steel. I'm curious what else we will be producing. How are our repairs coming? Looks like they're coming along just fine. Carpathian Ruthenian will be on the 22nd of September 1943. Missing equipment, obviously due to all of our oil concerns. And as soon as I can, Brandenburg here, I believe, is part of the Ally. Joseph Stalin calls for crushing Romanian nationalism. When are we going to be getting our Romanian fabrication? 18th of November, so not very far from now. I believe they do have quite a bit of oil. Let's go to our resource map mode. Yeah, 70 oil could be very nice indeed. What about Ankara here? 22nd of January, of course. What about the German Republic? I believe you are part of the Allies. Ah, surprisingly enough, you are still in the war. We will not have... We do have our war goal. No, we do not. On the 21st of July, 1945. Very far from now. Do we have any other unassigned divisions? Looks like we have a variety of extra units that can join the garrisons. 20. This is exactly what I was looking for. We have 24 extra units now that need some sort of home. I think our best bet... we don't seem to own any, areas over here. I don't believe there are any type of naval invasions we could participate in. Is Iraq... We could justify a war goal on Iraq, and I believe we will. 975 days. Quite ridiculous. I don't think we're going to do that. And, of course, we do seem to be lacking political power. Let us bring all 24 of these divisions. Eastern European Front, I don't think we need to do this. Let us bring you into the Turkey and Iran area. All of you need some sort of commander. Nikolai. And I think we're going to find you a home fairly soon, maybe on Legionary Romania. And we are going to create an offensive line as well. And as soon as you arrive, we will most likely be declaring our war. We don't have any other unassigned divisions. And it would be very nice having all of that extra oil. In our construction map mode, a lot of our naval factories are finishing up. Fairly quickly, I should say. I wish you would tell me how many, buildings we have in our queue. Now, of course, I could also change from a war economy to total mobilization. Actually, I cannot because we are not at war. Unfulfilled import requests from Venezuela. That is fine for now. Once we get our oil, it's not going to necessarily matter too much. We have unlocked night vision. Is there anything else that we can do inside our industry map mode? It would be nice to get some extra excavation or some better concentrated industry. That's actually exactly what I'm going to be doing. Gearing up for our next world war, while also still producing units. We do have quite a bit of men. We might even want to produce more units, or of course, add to what we have. Make them even tankier, make them even stronger. We currently have 806 factories. Only about 70 are damaged, but of course, every day that goes by, they are getting repaired. I believe once November arrives, we should be able to declare war on Legionary Romania. They are part of the Axis, which I'm curious if this will bring us into a war against Japan, which we don't really want either. Though I'm sure we would be able to win. Ah, looks like Japan has been invaded by the United Kingdom. Looks like they are about to fall. Have they conquered Iwo Jima? They have. Giving them a very powerful naval area supremacy here. Of course, Japan is still fighting against China, and of course, Free France as well. I wonder, Yugoslavia should be neutral. I wonder if we could declare war on you as well. 975 days, and we need 39 political power. We're not even lacking political power. That's our problem. I don't know why we just can't get more. Okay, well, anyway, still producing more units, still producing more factories. As you can see here, a lot of our factories are still repairing. And it looks like we're actually now using a lot of our factories on things that we do not need to. Okay, easy enough. Should be quite a bit of air bases that need to be constructed. I would like to take over Denmark as well. And Brandenburg. Pretty much everything you could set your eye on. We are going to need some forces to surround Rome from time to time. This unit does not appear... cause the next province to require more supplies than it has capacity for. Looks like we have unlocked a Genevieve class. A new destroyer, not necessarily needed. But I believe we are going to need better transports. Naval invasion capacity plus 40. Let us tick on. How far away until we can declare war on Legionary Romania? 18th of November, so exactly 1 month from now. Criticized for weak foreign policy. Where did we lose our claim? Not sure where, but we obviously just lost a claim, unfortunately enough. I'm curious if it was actually on Berlin or something like that, which I don't believe it was, because we were not able to declare war. All of our forces making their way to Brandenburg. We are getting more and more factories as time ticks away. And you know, I'm wondering if we could look at some sort of radar map mode. If we go into strategic air map mode, here we are. I believe everything in blue is what we have radar over. Or maybe it's our aerial range. I believe it's actually our radar, which is nice to see. We are going to be upgrading this radar station. Looks like it's 4 out of 4. Not too bad. Gonna speed up the clock here. Unassigned divisions, once again, all of you have the ability to be joining our new garrisons. And I believe you are run by a field marshal, and I was correct. And any minute now, we are still waiting on our synthetic oil experts. Experiments, 103 days. And when I say any minute now, most likely next episode. Well, it looks like it has been running on for 30 minutes as it is. I am going to go ahead, pause the game, put a cut in here. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.